Hello everyone, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to knit. So first what you're going to want to go ahead and do is get the loose end of your ball of wool, and you're just going to do a circle around one of the knitting needles, and you're just going to tie a big old granny knot on here. Just going to sort of make a knot, probably going to want to double knot it actually, like so. You can do a slip knot and be fancy if you want, but this will just do for now. Next what you're going to want to do is bring it right up to near the tip of the first right hand needle here, and then we're just going to wrap it around our fingers, wrap the string around our fingers like this. You can probably go ahead and snip the excess string over here as well, because that's going to get in the way a little bit if we still have that hanging around here. These scissors aren't the sharpest, you should probably use sharper scissors, but here we go. We're going to wrap the string around like this, and then we're going to bring the needle under and through, and then we're just going to take it off. And that's our first cast on. And then we're just going to keep doing that over and over again. I probably don't need to show you this too many times. And however many stitches that you make, or cast on stitches that you make here, is how wide the thing that you're knitting is going to be. The scarf or the little square of wool that you're making. So I'm just going to go ahead and just make a few. I'm not going to make tons and tons because it's just sort of a demonstration here. But once we've got enough width on here, as you want, you can sort of spread it out to make it a little bit easier to see them all. Once you think it's wide enough, you're going to go ahead and get your second needle, and we're going to switch this needle over to the other hand, to the left hand. And this is going to become the right hand needle, and what we're going to do is go ahead and just push the needle underneath here. And so see the loop closest to the top, we're just going to push the needle in through here. Be careful not to split the rope or anything like that, so that it wraps around like this. And then we're going to take our string, and while it's crossed like this, we're just going to wrap the string around the back of the right hand needle like so, and pull it through here. Then after we've done that, we're going to take our right hand needle and sort of duck under, and then pull up through here, and then we're just going to go ahead and slide this loop right off the edge here. And now we're doing our first or our second line. So this one was the cast on, and now we're just going to do the knit stitch. And then we go ahead and repeat the process, so just under the loop and then around the back like so, and then we're just going to go under and pull it off again, and we basically just do that over and over until all of these have crossed over onto the other needle. Alright, so eventually you're going to have transferred all the wool from this needle over to this needle, and at that point you're just going to switch over. And then you would keep casting from this side to this side, and then you switch them and then cast them again over and over and over until you've got it long enough. I'm just going to cast off now because I can't be bothered actually knitting anything. So what you're going to do here is just take your right hand needle and put it under the first loop like this, and you're just going to poke the needle out there. You're going to do one wrap around like this, and then you're going to bring the needle back under, and you're just going to cast one over here, so they've got one loop on the other side of the on the right hand knitting needle. And actually going to do one more, and we're only going to do two at a time. You can do more, but we're just going to be doing two for now. And you're going to cast around here, and then you're just going to go ahead, if I can do this while looking at the camera. Okay, here we go. So now you've got two on the right, and they just fell off. I'm gonna resurrect the situation by just poking this needle back through. That was almost a disaster. Anyway, once you've got two over this side, you're going to want to bring the lower loop over the top loop here to cast off. So to do that, I'm just going to take the left needle and poke it in from the top here, and grab the loop on the bottom, and I'm just going to bring it over the top of the loop on the top like so. And as you can see, we've now only got one loop, and our cast off has sort of begun to form here. And then you would just go ahead and repeat the process all the way down until you've done all the rows. Alright, so eventually you're going to be left with 2. I've got just another example here so I didn't have to knit the whole thing. But for the last one, you're just going to want to go under like normal and then wrap around the back of the right hand needle here, and then you're just going to cast off, and then you're going to have your knitting, which is going to be over here, and you're going to have 2 last loops on here, and you're just going to want to put your needle under like this, and then you're just going to want to pass it over the top here like so, and then we've got it pretty much free. So now we have 1 loop attached to the needle, and we've got a free thread trailing here. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the scissors and snip a little length off here because we don't need all of that anymore. And then what we're going to want to do is go ahead and wrap this around like that, and we're just going to pass the string through here, and we should have a nice little tied off square here, and you should just be able to go ahead and snip both of the ends here. My scissors are terribly blunt, so I'm not even going to try right now. Obviously your square would be a lot bigger, but this is just my little tiny square. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Goodbye.